All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekach Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, the Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. All right, now, this lesson, basically, it's like a couple of things that inspired this lesson. Now, the thing going on with Iran and Israel, because we understand we're in those times, okay? And we understand, that the scriptures go into, the least of the flock shall draw them out, okay? Going into, those 1948ers, those JOOs, which are just more Edomites, okay, are going to draw America, Babylon the Great, into this third world war, all right? Now, you have these Americans, man, all right, that they're prideful, They're saying, Iran is a joke. Iran can't do nothing. America military this, America military that. All right, these people are at ease. All right. Okay, I think one person said, ain't nobody's worried about Iran, or we not worrying about Iran. Okay, because these people, they dwell carelessly, man, without care. They don't, all right, and this is why the scriptures liken America unto what? The virgin daughter of Babylon, man. Okay, let's read verse 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." Okay, the virgin daughter of Babylon, man. Speaking of America. And America, let's get Psalms 137. Verse 7, it says, "Remember, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that awardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones," man. Okay, the children of Edom, okay, the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, they're the ones that are synonymous with the daughter of Babylon, which is America, man, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, and see, the Edomites, Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 5, it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Edom." All right, Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. Okay, Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. It says, "And against all Idumea, which I've appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey." Okay, Idumea, which I've appointed my land into their possession, because those JOOs, those 1948ers, they're just more Edomites, man. Just like their European and white American counterparts, man. They're all Edomites. Okay, those are not, the true people of the Lord. You see, and those Edomites over there in the Middle East, okay, are stirring up, all right, tension, okay? All right, they're the ones that's stirring up the tension over there in the Middle East, man. All right, and see, those Edomites over there are gonna draw, okay, these Edomites, Babylon the Great, they're gonna draw America into this third world war. All right, and see, the scripture is calling the daughter of Babylon, all right, in Isaiah 34, it's calling Babylon a virgin because America is untouched, when it comes to war, being directly on the soils of America. You see, these Americans don't have to worry about missiles and bombs, dropping in their neighborhoods, man. You see, foreign jets, flying through their skies, man. These Americans don't have to worry about things like that. This is why America is likened unto a virgin, man, untouched. The war, from these foreign nations, these foreign entities. We don't see these things taking place on the soils of America. This is why America is likened unto an untouched woman. All right. Okay, a virgin woman. All right. But soon, okay, that virginity is gonna be taken, man. All right. Soon, okay, we finna come into these times, man. All right. You see, for the longest of time, these Americans they dwelt carelessly. They dwelt without worry. But we're coming into those times. All right, let's drop down. All right, to verse 7. It says, actually, we're gonna start at verse 6. It says, I was wroth with my people. Who's the Lord's people? The Israelites. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Seminole Indians, man. It says, I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And this is why our people are in the land, are in the hands of our enemies today. You can find the people of the Lord in the hand of the children of Edom, man. Okay, this is why the scriptures say, it says, the scriptures say, ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, said the Lord Yahweh, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of heaven. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon, man. You see, Zion, the nation of Israel, okay, is in America, is in Babylon the Great, in the hands of the children of Edom. And we're reading how the scriptures go into it, man. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand, man. You see, it says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. Okay, and it's the spirit of America, man. That America is gonna always be this superpower. It's gonna always have hegemony, in the earth, man. All right, the scriptures call America the great city. All right, the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth, man. And America thinks it's gonna stay this lady, man. All right, these America, these people are built up with pride. They think America is gonna always be number one. You know, okay, you got these Americans, man. They can't even picture America not being the superpower it is. America having hegemony, they can't picture. These people can't picture it, man. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, man. You see? All right. Okay. And see, all this wickedness, that Esau has done in the earth, through Babylon the Great and the West, and the conquering and the oppression of the Lord's people, these devils, these devils really think that they're gonna be able, to walk off scot-free. All right. All of a sudden, well, let's not even say all of a sudden, but now they say, that they're Christians, but no, it don't work like that, man. It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. You got these Edomites that really think they're not finna pay, for what their forefathers did, man. But this is why the scriptures say, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers, man. All right, they really think that America doesn't have this blood on their hands, on his hands, man. America doesn't have this blood on her hands, man. And the scriptures say, when you read in Revelation chapter 17, I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, man. The people of the Lord, man. You see? But let's keep going. It says, therefore hear now this, thou art given to pleasures. You see? And these Americans, these Babylonians, they're given to pleasures, man. All right, the food, the entertainment, the music, all right, these vacations, and all right, these people are given to pleasures, man. It says therefore hear now this, that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's the spirit of America and these Americans. That's the spirit of Babylon and these Babylonians, man. All right? Thou that are given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, man, because these Americans, they don't have to worry about missiles flying through their skies, foreign jets from enemy nations dropping. America don't have to worry about these things, man. America doesn't these Americans don't live in fear, of a foreign jet coming and dropping a bomb or a foreign missile, But see, these nations, they have to worry about these things, man. Over there in the Middle East, man. But let's drop down. Let's get straight to the point. It says, verse 11, Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, man. You know, all right. And the scripture, and then what verse comes to mind is how it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed, man. Roughly paraphrasing, man, because these they're in their security, man. They're saying peace and safety. They dwell at ease. They dwell carelessly, man. And this is why the scripture say what? Suddenly, okay, desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know, man. You see? All right, we're in those times. Let's drop down to verse 14. It says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it, man, because we understand that Babylon the Great, all right, this is when that great fiery destruction is going to come, man, in these last days, man. And we know that America, Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, is going to be destroyed by fire, man. Okay, it's going to be destroyed by fire. Now, what I want to do, I want to also go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 50. Okay, I want to go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 50. Now, this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50. Okay, and verse 42. It says, they shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array like a man to the battle against thee, O daughter of Babylon, man. Okay, once again, going into the daughter of Babylon, ruled by the children of Edom, which is the so-called white men. All right, and see, Babylon the Great is finna go out by what? By fire, man. By these missiles. Okay, and I seen one post, man. I don't know if it's true or not, but the Iran military on X, okay, formerly known as Twitter, posted something with a bow and arrow and rats, man. Speaking of the JOO, speaking of those 1948ers and the arrows, you know, because those arrows that they were speaking of represent what? The missiles, man. But see, this is found in the scriptures. Okay, this is found in the scriptures. Verse 14. It says what? It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. And see, these arrows represents these missiles, man. This is why these nations in the scriptures are likened unto archers, because archers handle the bow and arrow. Well, these nations are likened unto archers, and their arrows are their missiles, man. And these arrows, these missiles are gonna be shot at Israel, okay, and America, Mystery Babylon the Great, man. Okay. And this is end time prophecy. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 51. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 11. It says, make bright the arrows. The arrows represents the missiles. Gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai had raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, which the Medes represents the Russians, man. You see? And we understand that, presuming the Ezekiel chapter 38, who's gonna be allied with Russia? Persia, which is Iran. Okay? It says, for his device is against Babylon, which is America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh by Shema Shai, the vengeance of his temple. And this is why when you go to Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17, it says what? Behold, I will stir up the Medes, which going into Russia again, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High, Yahweh by Shema Shai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, man. You see, and how did the Lord overthrow Sodom and Gomorrah? By the way of fire and brimstone. And America is going to be destroyed in like fashion, coming from these arrows, which are the missiles, man. You see, and that's really the point. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to close it out. Give infinite praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, time this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect.